Hi class, today our lesson is on weight word problems. This is found in swun 9-6. Our learning goal is today I will solve word problems relating to weight. The U.S. customary system is the standard unit of measure in the United States, and the metric system is that international system of measurement. Conversion is to change from one form of unit to another without changing the size. So it's still the same amount, it's just a different form. The mass is the amount of matter in an object commonly measured in weight. So we have first our US customary, and that is 1 pound equals to 16 ounces. Remember that LB looks like 16, so that's my trick to remember that 1 pound is 16 ounces. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, and this is the metric system. Our first step is read the word problem. Our second step is identify key information. Step 3 is make a plan to solve the problem. And then finally, step 4 is convert the units when needed. Okay, you're gonna pause, you're gonna watch. I have my red pen out. So step 1, I'm gonna read that word problem. A box contains 6 jars of jelly. The mass of each jar is 2 kilograms. What is the total mass of all 6 jelly jars in grams? Okay, now I need to identify key information, which I kind of did as I was reading. So it's really important to note that there are 6 jars of jelly. Each one is 2 kilograms. So I can easily find the total mass by multiplying those two together. Then I'm going to need to convert to grams because that's what the question's asking me to do. So after I've identified it, I just made the plan to solve, and now I'm going to convert. So I have 6 jars, and I'm just going to draw these out. Here's jar 1, jar 2, jar 3, jar 4, jar 5, and jar 6. Each one weighs 2 kilograms. So to figure out how much they weigh, I'm just going to multiply 2 times 6 because I would be doing 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So I'm going to do 2 times 6, which gives me 12 kilograms. And now we have to convert to grams. So 1 kilogram equals 2. And if you need to use that conversion chart, remember to use it. It is 1,000 grams. So if I was to make my chart, kilograms and grams, 1, 1,000, 2, 2,000. I see that pattern again, so I'm going to go all the way up to 12. And I have 12, and then 1, 2, 3 zeros, so 12,000. So 12 kilograms equals to 12,000 grams. Okay, our next problem says, first off, we're going to review the steps. We're going to read that word problem. A pound of bananas cost $2.20. Rick bought 1.5 pounds of bananas. How many ounces did he buy? Now I'm going to identify key information. A pound of bananas cost $2.20. That was not important. Didn't ask you about the cost, so I'm going to cross that one off. Rick bought 1.5 pounds. That's important. How many ounces did he buy? So I'm going from this 1.5 pounds to ounces. So next one, make a plan to solve. So 1.5 LV equals 2 blank ounces, OZ. Okay. I know that 1 pound equals to, I look here, this LB looks like 16, 16 ounces. So if I was to make my chart LB to ounces, 1 pound, 16 ounces. I'm gonna leave a space because I know it's 1.5 and it's in between 2 pounds. 16 plus 16 is gonna be 32. But I wanna find that 1.5, and I left that space so we can figure out what is halfway between those two. Or we can see the pattern of 16 times 1 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, so I could multiply, which we do know how to do. We might get a mixed number though. Or I can figure out what is half of 16 and then add that to the 16. So I know 8 is half of 16. So I would do 16 plus 8 is 24. So 1.5 pounds is 24 ounces. I'm also going to show how to do this. 16 times 1 and 1/2. I convert. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3, so 3 over 2 times 16. This is just going to be a lot more steps. Now I have to know what 16 times 3 is. So I'm going to do 16 plus 16 plus 16 to get my times 3, which would be 18, 48, which would give me 48 over 2. And then I would have to divide 48 divided by 2, which gives me 24. So either way, you're getting the same answer. I think this first way that we did is a lot easier though. Okay, I'm getting out my guided practice. So you're gonna follow along. We're gonna do step 1 together. We're gonna read that word problem. Jenny wants to mail a box of pears to her mother. The box cannot exceed a total mass of 2 kilograms. If each pear has a mass of 250 grams, what is the maximum number of pears she can send? Okay, I need to identify that key information. The total mass of the box is 2 kilograms. So if I have a box and I keep putting items in, the max is 2 kilograms. Okay, each pear has a mass of 250 grams. So my circles are gonna represent pears. So I have 250 grams. My question is, how many of them can I have? So because the pears are in grams, I wanna convert this mass to grams. So I wanna know 2 kilograms equals how many grams? And I know that 1 kilogram equals to 1,000 grams. So now I know that 2 kilograms equals to 2,000 grams. So how many 250s can I put in to get to 2,000? I can do it one way. I can count up. I can do 250 plus 250 and continue until I get to 2,000, or I can do 2,000 divided by 250. This way, or keep on adding, will work. Or I can ask myself, 250 times what number is going to give me 2,000? 3 different ways to solve. I'm going to actually just continue adding. So 250 plus 250 is 500. So that's, each time you see the 250, that's gonna be 1 pear. So I'm gonna write a P for pear, another P for pear. Now I'm gonna add 250 again. I get 750, so I can keep adding. Ooh, now I'm at 1,000. I added the P right there. I didn't add one there yet. Okay, so far I've added 4 to get to 1,000. I'm going to 2,000. So I know if I go another 4. I'm going to get another 1,000. And then I'm going to add them together and I'll get 8. So I'm going to keep going. I should get 1. So another P right there, another P right there. I'm sorry that this is getting so cramped. I will zoom out after if you have missed what I've done. And then one more P. So now I'm at 2,000, and I'm going to count how many pairs I wrote. I have 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 8. Okay, so if you did not get that all, I would pause and I would write that down. Again, you could do repeated addition, you could have done division, or you could have multiplied by an unknown. Okay, so what's the maximum number of pairs is 8 pairs. Okay, our next question says, at the local grocery store, you can buy a 4-pound package of ground beef for $12.50. If you buy 2 packages of ground beef, how many ounces of beef will you have? We don't need this $12.50. So 4LB equals how many ounces? However, it says we buy 2 of those packages. So it's not actually 4 times 2 because we're doing 2 of them. So we have 8 pounds equals how many ounces? I know 1 pound, I'm gonna write it here, 1 LB equals 16 ounces. So I can make my table. LB to ounces, 1 pound is 16, 2 pounds is 32. I'm gonna go all the way to 8. I see that pattern that I could just multiply, so I'm gonna multiply 8 times 32. 30 plus 2 and 8, 240 and 16, so 256 when I add those 2 together. 240, 16, 256. So 8 pounds equals 256 ounces. Again, I will move that in case you missed that top portion. You have 2 homework problems, and then rate your understanding.